So, what is JSON? If you have been building AI automations or workflows, you have definitely heard or seen JSON before. Simply put, JSON, as you see on the screen, is nothing more than JavaScript object notation. What is that, you may ask? It's simply a universal language for computers and people. Both people and computers can read and understand JSON. It's a super neat way to write down and share information, making sure everyone understands it perfectly. Think of JSON as a way for apps to share little notes. These notes are always organized using either a labeled box, which is a curly bracket, or a numbered list, which is a normal bracket. Each piece of information in a box gets its own clear label. Many apps, tools, and websites use JSON to send and store structured data, just like how each node in any passes its own JSON note to the next. Simple, yeah? So JSON made simple. Boxes and trains. These two analogies are more than enough for you to understand what JSON is and how it works. So JSON might sound technical, but it's really just a way to pack information neatly. Think of it as having just two types of containers. First, we have a labeled box, which is curly brackets. In the curly brackets, you find things by their label, not their position. You do not care about the position, you care about the label when it's a curly bracket. The second one is a normal bracket, which is a numbered line. Here, you find things by their position in the sequence. You care more about the position. And today we'll use everyday analogies to make JSON concepts stick, so you'll never be confused about JSON again. Bear with me. The first one would be the school locker, which is the object, which is the curly bracket. As we said earlier, the curly bracket is where we care about the value, the label, not the position. Imagine your school locker with labeled shelves. Each shelf has a label, the key. So here, this shelf has a label, which is the key, and key is name. So this shelf has a key, which is name. Each shelf holds something, which is the value. In this case, the value is Lena. You find things by looking for their label. So this is a JSON example. We have the object, which is the school locker in this example, or this analogy. We have key, which is name, is Lena, which is the value. So key name is value Lena. So name is Lena. Key grade is 5. So grade is 5. And so on. You read it as, for this picture, not this JSON, in this locker, the name shelf says Lena, and the grade shelf has 5. All right. I know it might be a bit complicated, but bear with me once again. The second analogy would be the train. In this case, it's an array, which is the normal brackets. Again, we said the object, which is the curly bracket. In that case, we care more about the label. In an array, which is the normal bracket, we care more about the position. That's the difference between them. Picture a train with cars in a specific order, car 1, 2, and 3. Order matters, and you refer to position. Computers, by the way, count from 0. They start from 0, then 1, then 2. Unlike humans, whereby we start from 1. So this is a train with 3 subject cars in the exact order. To get science, you'd look at position 1, which is the second car. Why it's the second car and it's position 1? Because again, computers start counting from 0. So here, for example, it's an array. The way we know it's an array is because it's a normal bracket, like it has normal brackets, not curly brackets. And we know that we care about position. So the first position would be math, which is 0, then 1, then 2. Now let's put all this together so you actually have a solid picture about JSON. Nested JSON. Boxes inside trains, trains inside boxes. The real power of JSON comes when we combine our containers. In this case, this is an object. As you see, it's a curly bracket. Inside this object, we have two keys. Key, which is class, and key, which is students. Key class is 5b. It has a value 5b. Key students has an array inside it. How do we know that? It has a normal brackets. Inside this array, which is the value of students, we have two objects. How do we know it's two objects? We have curly bracket, comma, then curly bracket, curly bracket. These are two objects. The key name inside object 0, the reason it's 0 again, because computers start counting from 0. So the key name inside object 0, inside this array, I'm going to repeat that. The key name inside object 0, inside this array, is Lena. Very simple. You're going to get used to it. You just need to understand the fundamental concept behind it. So if you're looking for labeled pockets, use an object, because an object cares more about labels. If you want a list of similar things, use an array. Why? Because in an array, we care more about positions. Need both, nest them together. Put boxes in trains or trains in boxes. So, when you see JSON, just ask, is this a labeled box or a numbered train? Once you see everything as boxes and trains, JSON will always make sense. This is a very basic and simple explanation with analogies about JSON so that you get the idea. All you need to understand about JSON is this. You have curly brackets, which mean object. You have normal brackets, which means array. Objects care more about labels, arrays care more about position. You have the keys and their values. These two together are called key value pairs. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video explained JSON in a very simple way. And see you in the next one.